You over here giving niggas hope and shit. Knowing you one of them demons. Yeah, I know you was in that motherfucker. Dribble, 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 left, right. Cash. Oh yeah, you causing havoc.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. This matchup today,
Oh, bruh, Shay don't miss, boy. That nigga do everything you need him to do.
the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the
Shit, not too late now, nigga. And nigga MVP. You gotta let him cook. Oh. He locked. He do it, bruh. Then me. I done learned the shit. I know how to make the nigga play tighter defense and shit. I know how to edit the nigga. You tap L1 and then push like whoever like you want to change and shit, and then like that's where at first it'll show like they matchups, and then if you push like R1 and shit, you can change like they off ball pressure and then they on ball pressure. So I put that nigga so he smother a nigga on ball and deny niggas off ball, so he be keeping like that's how he be getting hella lane steals. Shit be boy, nigga, you do all that shit. I be putting Chet and I be putting the center on like gap defense so them niggas drop. I be in that motherfucker coaching up. You know, just let the team play for me.
offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Gators grab the Dogs and put them in a death roll.
Yeah, but say especially if you win, I really ain't getting nothing less than 0.3. Cause you definitely getting even a 0.1, even if you lose for real.
They were throwing it through the air. They were getting it done on the ground as well. Offensively, the Gators last year couldn't stop. Georgia knows in this one this time. They've got to be able to get some stops and get some takeaways.
So just out of curiosity, because I don't know the history, you name those guys, the other quarter.
Oh, he read the fuck out of that.
Trying to take it back. And he will
Oh no, I'm playing NCAA. This nigga picked the fuck out of that shit. That's crazy. Nah, I ain't even play this bitch that much when it first came out. I just, like, probably about January I started playing that bitch more, got into it. Ready for the next song now, though.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Definitely ready for the next
To
one.
bring it out of the end zone did not work out.
So,
He stopped at the 13.
alright, my boy.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win.
Off he goes. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. The lone back's got it. got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll ride the hot hand. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that as their physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The corners are walked up tight.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and you pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pass to 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. The give from the gun. Just plowing down the field. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Nice pitching catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. They'll throw it from the red zone. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody over. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On second down, wants to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 14, Georgia 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Throwing right. A strike downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw.
Break this out.
Keeps it going. Forced out of the pocket.
I should have
He
just
felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake. And then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw.
Oh, he got it. Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on to it.
He should have had that one.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
Moragos. Tell that nigga he can't press you like that.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors.
I was say, why the fuck are he in Jacksonville? I forgot.
These teams who did battle today.
Oh yeah, this is a home game for the folks.
Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Throws to the wideout.
Ain't no fucking way, 27. It's no fucking way.
On that completion before the defense brings him down. They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Doozy ball.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Hey, way to make a
And the
play.
incomplete pass will
I didn't
bring
think
up
you was
fourth
gonna
down.
get there.
We've reached the
Way to
2-minute
make a
warning,
fucking
and this
play.
thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good
Definitely
about
thought he
going
was
into
fucking-
halftime.
That's crazy.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
The boys got
3
hurt.
and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
He couldn't get the throw off. That was the one. That was the
Now Florida's a
one.
different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
That
this
was
week
the
in the
one.
film room
You gotta
because they
throw
have
that
gone
shit.
out. Everybody
Hey.
right now on the same page.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10.
This shit don't scare us.
They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him
That
up.
speed is
This
crazy.
offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down.
Move the safety out the way.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Move the
Gonna let
safety
it
out the way.
fly. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get it on the ground. Touchdown, Gator.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count?
Looking for a huge play.
Joe, what a goat. What a goat.
He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He was thinking touchdown.
I thought this
all the
nigga
way,
would
but
beat.
got it down to
He
the
looked beat to me.
26-yard line.
This is obviously not a great
damn.
start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
He definitely looked beat.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense.
Just keep it the same.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. This is a designed run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. A designed run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score.
Safety
Touchdown,
fucking
Florida.
platinum something. This motherfucker's on every
Another
tackle.
touchdown for this guy.
Niggas
He's
get
starting to get
tired.
in the groove the way Terry Dean
That's
did when he
why
set
my
the single
running back
game record
tired.
with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping them.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
He's going to pass on second down. He fires a ball
that's
to the
crazy.
right. We've played 2
He was
quarters here.
open.
Time to go to
Why
Kevin
didn't he
Connors
turn
in our
around?
halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Going for the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession. Try to put a scoring drive
right
together.
there. That's
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make
the
sure
man getting tired,
the best
fellas.
players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. And this one will be stopped.
Kiki, ah!
Great job at contained by this defense.
How are you
and
hurt?
in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to
Oh,
set
no, they
the
done
point
took our corner
and force
from
the
us,
football
coach.
back into traffic. And that's exactly
We
what happened.
lost our corner. Oh, oh. Buddy, G, what the fuck are you doing?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed
Man, don't
pass
come back in this
defense, and
fucking
now
game.
it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect a costly turnover on
Put
down.
pressure, fellas.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's the danger. You've got a receiver like that. If you blitz, if you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Comes out throwing on first down.
Oh, he caught the pick. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds it back in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Here we go.
To the ground. He's got it again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking off. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2.
He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. It's complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him in the and they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
That's crazy.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Got his man down.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm trying to get this damn jam right. Nigga don't want to jam nobody. Jam this nigga, son.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job.
Back here with me, my boy.
Coverage and in man.
Oh,
He's showing his
post up
coaching
in
staff. He's got pretty good ball skills, too.
Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator. And the route is on. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the second half. You're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
Yeah, they've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rout.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to.
He wants to go deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Afterburners coming. And he ran away from the crowd.
Y'all boys better goddamn pay attention.
Georgia. Ready to try the point after.
I don't even know if that was my man or not. That might
Right down the
like
middle.
I don't know how we was playing it, coach. Was we matched?
Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do
Was
you
we
got?
matched
A lot
up?
of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well.
I thought I just had a
Rice is
regular
darn
curl.
near
I didn't know we was
perfect
fully
offensively today.
matching
This
that
is
bitch.
almost
That's my fault.
exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 17 over Texas Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense.
About to be hurt.
They torched this defense with an explosive passing play
Look at
for a
these
score
niggas.
last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
Nigga, we do
This is a
anything.
defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
Damn, bro. If you
They
can-
make the
I
stop,
should've
but
shoot.
not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the handoff. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
That's what they lost 5 speed. That's like 87.
49, Georgia 14.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Lasso! Lasso!
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
Bro, if you block one
There's a
nigga,
flag on the
block
field.
one
Let's see which
nigga.
way that's going to
My
go.
fucking Daryl
So the
Beverly.
decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
I guess that's what Daryl Beverly do. I guess. Niggas is tired right now, son.
Line gets set, first down.
You brought in, okay, dudes.
Quarterback keeper.
Bro, 27. You got one. I mean, I feel you for going next level. We do need that at
If
some
I'm
point.
building an offense in today's football,
But that
it's
wasn't
not
the
around
one.
a quarterback that can't do it. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run play action. Spits it out to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
There's a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum from your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
They'll run the option. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
God. Oh, my
And it's
God.
incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count.
Alligator on
all
it,
count.
son.
Stats in the season, you look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
Bro, it's no fucking way. It's no fucking way.
Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's
That's
this offense
crazy.
with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40.
She don't get right then, Shermer.
Touchdown, Florida. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
That's my legend right there. That's
Lead
a
a little
school
more
legend.
comfortable now as they
Whole
close
year
in on
start.
extending this
No
winning
red
streak.
shirt needed.
And the extra point is good.
Came in
They'll
day
kick it
one.
off and send that defense right back out there to try
DB
to
of
score
the
again
year.
after the pick 6. He's going to bring it out
I
from
don't
deep.
know if he got a ring though. I don't
He's
know.
brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to
Started,
take
he
the
got that
touchback.
one. He trying to go up with a bang though.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but
How
did what
did
they're
he get
supposed
that
to
shit
do.
off?
Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete downfield.
Hey, he
They
cooked you
make the
28.
stop,
I'm
and
not
this
even gonna
passing
lie. That
game
was a
does some
route.
damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down.
And that is his 5th interception. A nightmare he is not waking up
I
from.
think that's your first
And
pick,
it's
son.
going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Gator. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch
Oh,
this
so
game
you
and just
can't be,
find the
bro.
plays
How
and
is
the schemes
all
that
my
work. We
niggas
learn a
getting
lot,
hurt?
obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity
Coach,
for
we
the
just
coaching
want to
staff
get
to
out of here at
condense
this
the
point.
playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and
Get
it'll
him
be a
out of here,
first down.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming into this one.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, he got me. Oh, he got me again.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He now
Bro
has
has minus
85 yards
15
on the
speed.
ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gone.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Hey, awesome.
The defense puts
You
the
out here making
exclamation
plays
point
today.
on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great.
I don't
You
even
can
post
tell they were
blitz
down
right
into
now.
what was going on. And
felt
now
the
just throw
premonition.
another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Keeps looking downfield. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Wide open downfield. And he's not
That's how
going
you
to
hit
get
somebody,
there. The
fellas.
defense stands tall and makes the stop. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down.
325.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll throw for it.
Oh my God, they call that weak ass call.
And
That's
the pass
crazy.
is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see
I
what the
knew as soon
flag's
as he
about.
bumped into me, bro. He ran into me, bro. Y'all gonna ignore that shit.
First and 10 for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Sharp,
This is
how
just
are you
one of those
tired
days,
like
man,
that?
where everything is
It
going
literally
wrong, right?
makes
Like they
zero
just
sense.
haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those
You
days
ain't
you
even
learn
the
from,
main nigga.
try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room
be
that
tired
people
like
aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He turns that loose.
Get out the way, 28. Get out the fucking way. That's a pick.
It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play.
That's your damn problem, son. You don't want to be great. You out here trying to deflect passes and shit. We out here trying to catch passes and shit.
Third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
They can call
The
something.
defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Got room on the return.
Oh yeah,
He's
Sherman.
at the 20. Touchdown, Florida! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Yeah, and how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back to 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business.
Out with an
and now you
amazing
move on
run.
to the next.
They really did. And
Burnt
we saw
out
some
at that
great
78
individual
yard.
efforts
One
in this game by the
run.
winning team.
12 on the
see
next.
some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Off for 2 picks. Sherman 2 picks.